Hey Spanish Fork, I'm Nick Porter, and can you believe it? It's time again for the biggest party in Utah, Fiesta Days. 23 days in July of concerts, sports, parties, parades, rodeos, fireworks, the list goes on. It's just seriously some fun. With me today to talk about all things Fiesta Days is our City Council member Stacy Beck on the Fiesta Days Committee, Emily Harriman, our Special Events Supervisor, Bronco Hunter, Assistant Director for Spanish Fork Parks and Recreation, and our rodeo chairman, Mr. Nick Hanks. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's good to be back again and talk about our favorite thing ever.
I agree.
It's time to party.
It is.
So, for those that are new, because there are some people new to Spanish Fork City, what is Fiesta Days, Stacy?
Fiesta Days is the biggest party in our community all year long. Lots to do, lots to see, cool people to hang out with. It's just a really big party, and most of it's free.
Awesome. Bronco, what do you want to add to that?
It's time to rekindle friendships, family reunions, and meet new friends.
Love that.
This year, Fiesta Day starts on July 9th and ends August 2nd. There are tons of activities and things to do. So the best way to keep track of what's going on is the Fiesta Days magazine, as well as online at sffiestadays.com. Emily, tell us a little bit about this year's magazine.
Oh, I am so excited about the magazine. I think this is the biggest magazine we have done. We have so many fun events for you. If you look at the inside of the magazine, you've got the whole calendar of events. There's something to do for everyone, and so many of our events that we have are free.
We have a couple ticketed events. The rodeo, we'll talk about that in just a second. Shrek the Musical.
Shrek, yeah. Our community theater has done a great job with Shrek. I've gone to a few of their practices, and you're going to be so excited. And I believe, Stacy, you just had Shrek, the cast on Studio Chatter.
We had Shrek and Fiona on Studio Chatter, and he did his impersonation. I'm going to get tickets. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
For reals, yeah.
So those tickets are available on our website.
Yep.
Correct.
And all the information in the Fiesta Days magazine and online.
The only other thing I can think of for tickets would be the carnival. So most of this stuff is free. We're lucky.
Let's shift to the rodeo, Nick. What does the rodeo lineup look like this year?
You know what, I'm excited. This year we have a new specialty act that we've never had in Spanish Fork.
That's exciting.
A guy named Bobby Kerr, who's probably one of the greatest horsemen that's ever lived. He takes wild Mustangs and trains them, and probably a more traditional rodeo act than we've had in the past with the motorcycles. But I think it's something that everybody will have an appreciation for. He can train those animals to do some amazing things. Then we have JJ Harrison, our rodeo clown back, who's a crowd favorite. JJ's amazing. Everybody loves him. Frontier Rodeo Company is bringing our stock again. They just were announced as the 10th time in a row and current stock contractor of the year. So it is the best horses and bulls anywhere to be here for us. So it should be an amazing rodeo.
And this year it's 5 nights of rodeo, right?
Yeah, we've done for the last 5 years an extreme bulls event that was bull riding only, and this year we did away with that event and it's the full rodeo all 5 nights.
Bronco, what's your favorite part of Fiesta Days? What are some of the new things that are happening this year?
Oh, I'm the sporting event guy. I'm going to try and say them all in one breath. If I pass out, pick me up.
All the sporting events?
Yes.
Okay.
Kickball, cornhole, softball, pickleball, 10K Speedy Spaniard, kids mile race, the ATA gun shoot up at the gun club, golf tournament, the tennis tournament, and new this year, so we have retired spike ball. It's lived its life here for now.
Okay.
And we are offering a disc golf tournament for men and co-ed.
That sounds fun.
I wouldn't know if you did forget
I think
one.
you got them all.
Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah. But you can refer to our recreation team has come in and done in more detail on dates and registration as far as those sports programs go. And you can refer to that.
And most of those or all of those require registration.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
And that's done online. And again, all the information for that is in the Fiesta Days magazine. We keep talking about that because that's really why we print it out. And where you can pick it up is, if it's not in your mailbox, you can come down to the city office building, the Parks and Rec office building, Library Hall, or you can download it at SpanishFork.gov. So there's a lot of places, and that's where all of our information is and information about our sponsors. Emily, tell us a little bit about the sponsors this year.
I am blown away about the number of sponsors this year. We've had so many businesses reach out wanting to be involved in Fiesta Days, and we've been finding all sorts of ways for them to be involved between the magazine and sponsoring individual events, and especially the Pyro Musical. It's been unbelievable.
And with those sponsors, I want to add, that is why everything is free, because the events themselves aren't free. We're paying for bands to come and DJs and awards and everything, and it's because of the sponsors. They're covering those costs for that event. So yeah, we encourage all of our viewers to shop where there's sponsors or, you know, giving back to the community.
Yeah. And even those who have ads in the magazine, they help support Fiesta Days too. There's some wonderful coupons in here from some of our local businesses. Please use those. Say thank you to them when you go shop their businesses, because they support Fiesta Days.
Yeah, again, thank you for all of our sponsors for being a part of Fiesta Days. So the front cover of the magazine has our theme this year, and also this is what the t-shirts look like, so make sure you get your Fiesta Days t-shirt. I'll make that plug. But igniting traditions, sparking memories. What's that all about? Stacy?
Well, I'll start. In our Fiesta Days committee, we have our chair really kind of bring to the table, like, what is their idea? What's their vision of the year that they're overseeing? And so it was Mario and Valerie Benson. And they brought this to us, and we kind of start coming up with ideas, and this is what it is, and I love it. I think I say this every year.
Yes.
Like, this is my favorite. Not all the logos are my favorite, but this one, like, it just fit perfect on the magazine. I love red, white, and blue. It just is so good. And when they brought the igniting traditions and sparking memories, for me that means like you're starting new traditions. Like, I used to be a little kid enjoying Fiesta Days, and then I was a young mom, and those traditions changed. We would go to Grandma and Grandpa's house, but now I'm the grandma, so now people come to my house, and so those traditions change, but we do sit around and talk about the memories that we've had and bringing all the family together.
Right.
So I love the theme.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had the same parade spot the last 4 years because that's tradition now.
Yeah.
So-
And people don't like
Yeah,
you
don't mess
touching
with
their
us.
parade
Yeah,
spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Emily, what are your thoughts on the theme this year?
Well, one thing about Fiesta Days that you see is people who grew up in Spanish Fort come back. They come back because of those memories, and they're bringing their children to Grandma's house and stuff like that. And it's just so neat to see some of those people who lived here 20 years ago coming back just for Fiesta Days, planning their summer schedule, calling us ahead of time, asking, hey, when is the Pyro Musical? We want to plan our trip out to Spanish Fork next year.
Yeah. Right. Nick, Bronco, what are your favorite memories and traditions that go with Fiesta Days?
Well, to kind of first to hit on with Emily, the rodeo this year, I was looking today, somebody asked me a question. We had tickets bought from 20 different states this year. Wow. And that is people coming home. So it really is, kind of a homecoming for families. My favorite memories probably growing up, we would go to the parade and then go to my grandparents and have lunch and have water fights. And so that was really fun. And as I've got older, I love the Pyro Musical. I do love the Pyro Musical, but the flag retirement ceremony.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to that event, there's something really, really, really neat about it, but almost reverent and patriotic, and so that's a fun event too.
That's great. Bronco?
With Fiesta Days, you have a month long. It's a month. And it starts with a fireworks show and it ends with a fireworks show, and everywhere in between. There's something for everybody. I drag my family to everything, and by the end of the month, my kids are little monsters, and it's worth it.
It definitely is worth it. And they're not monsters. I see them at all those things you drag them to, and they're very well-behaved kids.
They can't wait, and again, it just kind of stems off what you said, is I'm looking forward to them doing this with their kids. We love it.
So what's your favorite event? Do you have one?
Well,
you have to pick one.
I do, because someone asked me, what are your plans this summer? And I'm like, Fiesta Days. Like, where are you going on vacation? Fiesta Days. I love the flag retirement as well. There's a spirit felt there, and it's a good reminder of those that sacrifice that we can do these fun things.
Yeah. And I think to your point, like, there'll be sports events before the flag retirement ceremony, but this year the flag retirement ceremony is the first big event. So it's a great one to plan on attending.
Yeah. Any other favorite events? Emily?
I like them all. So, I don't really have a favorite, but I love every single one of them. Fireworks are great. I love Pyro Musical, the 24th, the parade. Oh, I look forward to the parade every year. It's one of my favorites. You'll see me in the middle of the street helping to get the
Right.
parade entries moving along quicker. But yeah, everything.
So speaking of the parade, who are our grand marshals this year? Who's leading the parade, Stacy?
It'll be Richard and Tamara Davis. Their article in the magazine, well worth the read. They are amazing individuals. Richard and Tamara have done a lot in our community. I'm excited to interview them and share their message. Well deserved. It's super fun as a committee to kind of come up with our names, and I think as we go to their homes and say we'd like to, honor you this year, with Richard and Tamara, and then our Pioneer Spirit Award recipient Tom Hodgson, they're so humble, and they're like, but there's other people. Have you looked at these people? I don't deserve this. And then I'm like, and that is why
Exactly.
that you are the best for this year. And I just feel like the people we've chosen this year are perfect for this year. It's time. It's time that they're recognized.
So tell us a little bit more about Tom and the Pioneer Spirit Award.
Do you want me to do that,
I
Emily?
love-
Emily?
Emily.
Okay, this Tom does Shop with the Cop. He started this, I believe it was 1990,
I think 91.
91,
but he watched
right around
a
there.
movie or something in 90.
He started Shop with the Cop, and he's still very active in organizing that whole event. We run Festival Lights in Parks and Rec, and so we make arrangements with them to take all the kids through Festival Lights early in the morning. They go through that, they stop off at Diamond Fork, they have breakfast, they go back to Walmart and do shopping, and then the kids are just so selfless. They want to buy gifts for their family members, and I know the police officers have to remind them every year, get something for you too.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the neatest things. I've had the opportunity of being there a few times at Shop with the Cop, and not a dry eye in the place. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you'll find the Davises and Tom at many of our events, so make sure you say hi to them. Anyone with one of these blue polos, they're also part of the committee, or someone
Right.
who has really volunteered and put a lot of time and effort into making Fiesta Days great. So come up and say hi. And if you want your own shirt, Bronco, where can we get merch?
Or can't you get merch? Half the time we're still at the park. Come to the Parks and Rec office.
If you'd like to get a Fiesta Days shirt, just come over to the Parks and Rec office. You can buy them there in person.
And let's tell everyone where that is. Everyone might not know.
Yes, Parks and Rec moved a couple years ago over to the old library, so we're there at City Park. And T-shirts are between $10 and $15.
And you can also order those online and then come in and pick them up. And City Park is where we have a lot of different events. The stage, behind our building will host Sunday in the Park and a lot of other things. Again, all the times, dates, locations are in the Fiesta Days magazine. And if you need to stay on top of highlights and other coverage, follow Spanish Fork 17. Big thanks to their crew for keeping us updated and highlighting everything that goes on with Fiesta Days and in Spanish Fork.
I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Just attend.
Yeah, we're excited.
Okay, we can't wait to see you at Fiesta Days.